wanted to mention the expenses that are searchable on a casino opening a brand new casino. Basically is what Primm Valley is, a brand new casino, because when they were closed, all the slot machines, I think all those slot machines were sold back to, or if they were leased, they were given back, and if they were bought, they were sold for pennies on the dollar. They were all wiped out because you can't open a casino with completely old relic slot machines. You just won't get any business. So I did some research on the cost of the slot machines and the different ways that they either purchase or lease, or there's so many different deals. But there's just a tremendous amount of expense for opening a casino. It's just not as easy as people think it is. And it's not as easy as give us a free buffet, give us a $5 buffet. That's what we want. We want free drinks and a free buffet. But it doesn't work like that. You can lose your ass in this casino business. It's not all profit. And certainly not out in Primm. This is a difficult business. So just some slot machine talk. A lot of people noticed the same thing I did when I mentioned how spread out the slot machines are at Primm Valley. First of all, I like it. I like to have that much space between me and the next person. Even the ones that are together, they're in pods, so you're never bumping elbows with somebody. Some people like that, some people don't like that. Some people like the crowdedness of a Golden Nugget or a Venetian, where you're scooting in to play your slot machine like you're getting into the middle seat on an airplane. I don't like that, but that makes a lot of money if it's a busy place. This is obviously not a busy place, not yet. Maybe it never will be, but it can still be successful. But just look at all the space. But also look at these machines. These machines, they've got all the modern machines on their main floor. These machines cost between $14,000 and $25,000. That quad right there, that's $100,000. And if you look at the sports book for a casino out in Primm, is occupying a tremendous amount of square footage. But I think it's because they really don't have, they've got so much casino floor, they've got too much casino floor. They probably should have closed off some of it and dressed it up and made it look like something's coming soon or something. I don't know, but they've got too much space. Sometimes you can have too much space. So they've got a big sports book that'll never be full. Great TVs, great media. So this is a William Hill. Now William Hill is leasing this space. So hopefully that agreement will last for a while. But these machines, like that pack of machines right there is $100,000. There's another 100,000 and another 100,000. It's just a tremendous amount of money. Now that's assuming that they're buying their slot machines. Not everyone buys their slot machines. The bigger places always buy their slot machines, and the smaller places lease them and have an agreement, revenue sharing. But it doesn't matter. It's still, if you're getting the really good machines, you're paying a lot of money, and you don't need to really be putting in a whole bunch of these real expensive machines if they're not going to be played. They're just in there to make it look like it's a exciting, crowded casino. You're wasting your money. The only thing I can say about Primm Valley and the way they laid out their slots, and listen, they'll change them. I mean, everything is changeable. They'll even jackhammer the floor and add electricity where they don't have it right now if they think that it will make them an extra dollar. They do it all the time, even in places like Bellagio. They do it all the time. They rope it off, put black curtains around there, and they jackhammer the concrete and put more electricity in there. See, these machines right there, that is very, very expensive. It's very expensive machines. The thing I don't understand is why they didn't mix in some of the old machines. Why didn't they buy some older machines that don't look too bad, like the Game King? Because Game Kings, they still get a lot of action, and you can get those Game Kings for $1,000 a piece, maybe even $500 a piece. And they could put a lot of banks. Now this machine right here, this pop-up craps, they don't own that. They don't own this roulette either. So that's another company that's leasing space from them. They could put more of those in there to make the place look. See, this is ridiculous. Look how open this is. This is way back in the back. But see, these machines right here, they put a whole bunch of really old machines all together. It doesn't look good. But these banks of machines could be put into the main casino floor and they'd be fine. You don't think so, but a lot of people do it. Gold Coast, for instance, has a mixture. Orleans has a mixture of old and new right next to each other. Nobody complains about it, and if you look at it in Gold Coast or Orleans, you'll see just as many people playing. The party starts at Primm Valley. I think that's one of the funniest signs I've ever seen. What party? Okay, anyway, so Gold Coast and Orleans mix them in, and no one ever says, look at this junk. I mean, it is junk, but people play the junk. So if you can get people to play $1,000 machine, why are you filling up your casino with $25,000 machines? The casino business is extremely, extremely complicated and convoluted. It's the most convoluted business in the world. There's nothing else that has so many different ownerships and deals and commissions and leasing and not leasing and this percentage and that percent, licensing, royalties. It's absolutely ridiculous. That's why the CEOs make so much money. It's just too confusing. This is Gold Coast, okay? See, look at this bank of machines right here. You see people playing them? Hell yeah. Those machines, this machine, this group right here, $500 a piece. They're old as the hills. I'm surprised they even run on electricity. I thought they run on diesel. This is their high limit rooms. You see how they mix in some of the older machines? Look at that corner right there. Those are older machines, $500 a piece. Those slightly newer, maybe $1,000. Well, $2,000. And even if those older ones are $1,000, they can't be $1,000 because they're buying too much volume to get them for any more than $1,000. But that's filling up the casino, and it's making it look like it's a full casino. and people are playing those machines. If they weren't playing them, it'd be another story. You can't be decorating your casino with $1,000 machines. But I think Primm Valley could add banks and banks and banks of those video poker machines, the older ones, the $1,000 machines, and spend their money in a better way and make people think that it's more successful than it is. So just considering all the costs that is incurred just to open a casino, especially a big one, the millions of dollars worth of slot machines. This Buffalo Bills, I don't see it opening for a long, long time, if ever. Now that they've got Primm Valley, they've got their hands full. They've got to get Primm Valley crowded, and they've got to get Primm Valley profitable before they move on to these other two properties. We'd all like for them to be, all three of them to be open, but we're not taking money out of our pocket to make that happen. These people obviously have to make money, or it makes no sense. They're not a charity. And the previous operators lost their ass. So Terrible's is the new operator, and they're really stepping up and taking a chance. If they lose the same amount of money that the previous owners did, it'll be a absolute disaster for them. So before Buffalo Bills and Whiskey Pete can open, Primm Valley has got to be profitable, really profitable.